right near the borderline, and it's named with love for the stars above, and how at night they shine. In that town's a place I found where the people treat you fine. It's a camp named with Perlman, a camp that I call mine. Near the road that leads to Hancock, by the still Lake Como shore, are the huddled bunks where we lay our trunks and leave with so much more. There's a friend of mine in bunk G9, and I love her to the core.
Hello everyone, I'm Rachel Levine, and I've been the director of Perlman Camp for the last 9 years. A few months back, we started a conversation with a small group of alumni where the idea for this event was born. During this time when we have not been able to see one another in person, the group wanted to find a way to support camp while bringing together alumni from across the generations of Perlman history. I want to thank Bruce and Debbie Bleiweiss, Molly Berner, Amy Reese-Pierce, Jill Moskowitz, and the rest of our committee for all of their work in pulling together this event tonight. Tonight's Perlman Camp Through the Decades will showcase a performance for each decade of camp's history, starting in the 2010s and heading back in time. We invite you to join us for a walk through the history of Camp B'nai B'rith, BBPC, and Perlman Camp. Donations made in honor of tonight's event and performers will support Perlman Camp's program, facilities, and scholarships for campers who may not otherwise be able to attend camp. We are thrilled to share that we have a $75,000 matching grant from the Harold Grinspoon Foundation to make every dollar donated tonight go even further to help camp. And now, I invite you to enjoy the show.
Hi everyone, this is my twin brother, Aaron Berner.
And this is my twin sister, Molly Berner.
Our first summer at camp was in 2004. We were campers and staff together, and we even had the honor of serving as PIO staff together in 2014.
We are here representing over 100 years of our family at Camp B'nai B'rith Perlman Camp in Perlman. Something we will always remember was the Shabbat experience at camp. Friday night song session, Israeli dance, Havdalah, and the unique Perlman traditions that campers learn as freshmores, teach as staff, and carry on into the rest of their lives are some of the most important experiences camp provides.
The powerful part of a camp Shabbat is that it brings together people of all ages, backgrounds, and hometowns. When we started together as staff in 2010, we got to experience Ophir as a music director and his presence on camp as he led the Israeli delegation over a number of summers. What's truly special about Ophir is his ability to highlight campers' talents with the creation of the Camper Rock Band.
There's something so special about seeing campers who grew up there have the ability to showcase their talents in a meaningful Jewish way and in a place where everybody knows their name. We know we need to give back to camp so we can ensure that our kids can have these same experiences one day.
We're so excited to introduce, along with Ophir, Alex Spangler and Marley Stream, both of whom grew up at camp and can help give us a glimpse into the spirit of the Camper Rock Band.
Police wanna stop Shelly Belly. He asked for a license of Shelly Belly. Police wanna stop Shelly Belly. Stop at the belly. Stop at the belly. He said pull over. Show me your registration. Hope you understand the reason for my action. He said pull over. Illegal combination. You can't drive a car with a phone in your hand. Say push Shirley Belly, shocking information. She tried to tell the side of the situation. Tell it to the judge, it's not my combination. He said 1,000 shekels with a moderation. Policeman will stop Shirley Belly. He asked for a license of Shirley Belly. Policeman will stop Shirley Belly. Stop at the belly. Stop at the belly. Shelly have decided to fight us, yeah, one. slamming in court. She had good answers in interrogation, but policeman forgot to answer one question. He said, me can remember each and every person, but how we can forget Shelly's style and fashion? You tender officer, me want investigation. You need more responsibility in your probation. Police wanna stop Shelly Belly. Him ask for a license of Shelly Belly. Police wanna stop Shelly Belly. Stop by the belly, stop by the belly. Oh, Miss Judge, she had a misjudgment. It is a word against a word argument. To justice, the court is ignorant. Maybe the whole organization needs some improvement. Politician and police officers seem to have a need. When the system swallow almost anything them do, we shout equal right is what we need for now. 1,000 shekels with a moderation. What a boom to the pocket, to the pocket. What a boom to the pocket, to the pocket. What a boom to the pocket, to the pocket. No, 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 no. Policeman stop Shelly Belly. Him ask for a license of Shelly Belly. Policeman stop Shelly Belly. Stop by the belly, stop by the belly. Policeman stop Shelly Belly. You ask for a license of Shelly Belly. Policeman stop Shelly Belly. Stop by the belly, stop by the belly. Come on, police officer, leave her alone.
Hi, I'm Ariel Rear.
And I'm Abe Ferda-Cohen. We're both the assistant directors at Perlman Camp, and we started camp as young kids in the early 2000s.
During one of our first summers, we had two talented staff members who came together to write the Perlman Camp song.
Nearly 20 years later, we still sing this song when the whole camp comes together at our opening and closing campfires and each Friday night after Israeli dance.
We're thrilled to introduce Chen Gusler and Drama Dan Levin, reunited across continents, singing the song that they wrote that's left such an important mark on camp.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Chen Gusler.
Chen.
I'm Russian, Chinese, Jewish
I'm
officer
not Russian.
serving in the Polish army.
No.
In 2002,
Yes.
I have went to Camp B'nai B'rith Perlman on a golf cart.
I didn't. I
and
came
I
with a
never
plane.
left.
I'm in
There
Israel
I
now.
met a small man from Brooklyn.
Very small.
He is Jewish.
He's
He's
Jewish.
perfect.
He's not perfect.
His name is Dramadan.
He is
He
Drama.
thinks he is very smart and knows everything.
Only thinks he does not.
Despite this,
Yeah.
I still decide to lend my talents, and I write together with him a song
Together,
I think you may know
I wrote everything.
as the camp song.
It is the camp song.
And now I have agreed to lend my talent again
Yes.
to perform this in honor of this wonderful occasion
Wonderful occasion.
in 2021,
Yeah.
April of this year.
Nachon.
And I perform with Ramadan, Baruch Hashem,
Yeah.
and we perform for you the camp song.
It is the camp song.
I hope you enjoy it.
I know you will enjoy it.
Or I could say, and now
What?
I turn it over to Ramadan.
What? Don't turn it over to me.
Before we perform,
I am.
I turn it over to
But
Ramadan.
I am Chen. You are not. You are Dramadan. This is. Never mind.
There's a town in Pennsylvania, right near the borderline, and it's named with love for the stars above, and how at night they shine. And in that town's a place I found, where the people treat you fine. It's a camp B'nai B'rith Perlman, a camp that I call mine. Near the road that leads to Hancock, by the still Lake Como shore, are the huddled bunks where we lay our trunks and leave with so much more. There's a friend of mine in bunk G9 and a lover to the core, in a camp in neighborhood Perlman, a camp that I adore. Now I don't know where I may go when I am old and gray. Like now, basically. But if I forget the friends I've met, may I wake and cry that day. In that town's the place I found where the people treat you fine. It's a camp and they've been proven, a camp that I call mine. It's a camp and they've been proven, yeah, Perlman, hit me Perlman, yeah, that's that. Oh, we're gonna bring it home now. It's over, right? Okay. Love you guys. Mean it.
Alumni support over the years has enabled us to renovate our facilities, enhance our program areas, and send hundreds of children to camp to experience the joy and magic of a Perlman summer. This year, we can't wait to see our lake filled with campers enjoying our huge new inflatable aqua park, all thanks to the generosity of a CBB alum. Please help us to maximize our matching grant by making a gift tonight. Thank you.
Hi, Perlman Camp families. Louis Sohinky here. Hope everybody is great. Been able to Perlman Camp in the 90s. What a great time to be a camper. What a fantastic time to be a pioneer. And what an even better time to be a staff person at Benebrith Perlman Camp. The 90s started with Al Friedman as the director. We saw a lot of the camp traditions and a lot of our programs hit an all-time high, but at the same time needing a little bit of freshening up. In the mid-90s, we had new leadership, Jeff Silverstein, fantastic director, and brought in an amazing programmatic and supervisory staff to really change and upgrade what we were doing at Benebrith Perlman Camp. Billy Hershkowitz was a big part of our program and is credited with a lot of the great traditions that we practice today at Benebrith Perlman Camp. The 90s was a fast and furious time for Benebrith Perlman Camp. We reinvigorated program. We re-energized the course and the foundation of what Perlman Camp looks like today. And a lot of the traditions of the older days were polished off and created so that today's campers could truly enjoy them. The 90s ended with Len Kalin as the director of Benebrith Perlman Camp, and it was an incredible time because we knew the future was bright, and we knew that there was a lot of fun to be had, and we knew that our family was going to continue to grow year after year. Often, when asked about my memories as a camper at Benebrith Perlman Camp, I go back to the dining hall. Friday night Shabbat song sessions. And there I am with all my bunkmates singing, screaming, dancing to any song that was coming out of those speakers, led by Joe Moskowitz. Joe definitely created the foundation of what Benebrith Perlman Camp loves, our song sessions. In the late 60s, she was a Bunk Zero counselor. In the 70s, she worked with Betty Cannerman in the New York City office. I believe in 1975, she was a camp counselor at camp, while her husband, Izzy, was a camp driver. In 1978, she took the Pios to Benebrith Beaver Camp for their trip. She came back to Benebrith Perlman Camp in the early 90s as our song leader to instill the Jewish values and the Jewish music that camp really thrives through. And I'm honored and I'm privileged to present Joe Moskowitz right now to sing one of our favorite songs, Wherever You Go. Thanks, Joe, for everything you do for camp. We love you, and we're excited to sing along one more time with you.
Like you, I have many cherished memories of Camp CBB from the late 60s into the 70s, and returned to Perlman Camp in the 90s with 3 kids in tow as the song leader. I have no more treasured memory than leading Friday night song sessions with campers, staff, even the entire kitchen staff standing on benches, enthusiastically singing this song and rocking the dining room. Wherever you go, there's always someone Jewish. You're never alone, 'cause God made you a Jew. So when you're not home and you're somewhere kind of newish, the odds are don't look far, 'cause they're Jewish too. Amsterdam, Disneyland, Tel Aviv, oh, they're miles apart. But when we light the candles on Sabbath Eve, we share in the prayer in each one of our hearts. We share in the prayer in each one of our hearts. Some Jews live in tents, and some live in pagodas, and some Jews pay rent 'cause the city's not free. Some Jews live on farms in the hills of Minnesota, and some Jews wear no shoes and sleep by the sea. Amsterdam, Disneyland, Tel Aviv, oh, they're miles apart. But when we light the candles on Sabbath Eve, we share in the prayer in each one of our hearts. We share in the prayer in each one of our hearts. And some Jews wear hats, and some Jews wear sombreros, and some wear keffiyehs to keep out the sun. Some Jews live on rice, and some live on potatoes, or waffles, falafels, or hamburger buns. Amsterdam, Disneyland, Tel Aviv, oh, they're miles apart. But when we light the candles on Sabbath Eve, we share in the prayer in each one of our hearts. We share in the prayer in each one of our hearts.
Hi, I'm Scott Quell, coming to B'nai B'rith Perlman Camp from 1985, Pio 1990, and staff until 1992. Who can forget camp in the 80s? Making ice cream at Camp Craft, the early morning instructional swims in the cold lake, having to swim from boys' dock to girls' dock, or Friday night Israeli dancing on girls' basketball court, always ending with the grand march. The loud dining hall in Ruach, except for the silent dinners during Maccabia. The Wayne County Intercamp Games were always a lot of fun, especially when Camp B'nai B'rith Perlman would come back with the giant trophies. Our next performer was a longtime camper and staff member from 1983 until 1992. She was a frequent performer on the camp stage in Sobel Hall in many musicals like Once Upon a Mattress, West Side Story, Gods and Dolls, and Little Shop of Horrors. But it was the first show she saw in 1980-something, Pippin, that inspired her to perform. And reliving this song, Corner of the Sky, is my 1990 Pile counselor, Amy Reese Pierce.
Hi, I'm Amy Reese, now Reese Pierce, and I attended camp from 1983 to 92, and then again in 97 and 98. And the first show that I remember seeing at camp was in 1984, so I was almost 13, and we sat on the floor then, and it was a production of Pippin. And I just remember being so wowed, and I felt like I was seeing this Broadway-style production, and Josh Galbert was playing Pippin, and I remember how talented he was, and he just seemed so larger than life, like he was a celebrity, and I couldn't wait to be in the shows there. And I was the next how many years I was a camper. I was Mary Cher's lead for a while, and then I was in the chorus of a lot of other shows. So I'm going to sing a song for you from Pippin. Everything has its season, everything has its time. Show me a reason and I'll soon show you a rhyme. Cats sit on a windowsill, children fit in the snow. Why do I feel I don't fit in anywhere I go? Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky. Every man has his daydreams, every man has his goal. People like the way dreams have of sticking to the soul. Thunderclouds have their lightning, nightingales have their song. Don't you see I want my life to be something more than long? Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky.
And now I'd like to introduce Bob Grossman, formerly known as Bobby G. Bob was one of our pioneer counselors in 1971, and though he was in camp for only 3 years, he brought tremendous fun and energy to the whole camp. I'm sure many of you remember singing Hine Matov and Piccolo Mini with him in the dining room. I would be remiss if I didn't note that this summer will mark our 50th anniversary since we were in Pioneer Village together. That's very hard to believe. I wish all of the incoming pioneers a wonderful summer and hope that it's a safe and fun summer for everybody at camp this year.
Hey everybody, how are you? Bob Grossman here, and my partner in crime. Many of you may recognize Artie Gummer. Artie was a song leader at LTC in Kala at Camp B'nai B'rith many years ago at the same time back in the 70s. And we thought we'd do a medley of Hebrew songs for you. Hope you enjoy. Artie, take it away.
Hold on,
la 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 la, ya la ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la ya la 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 la, hey, ya la 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 la, Mose Shalom Bimrama, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael.
Hi friends, I'm Stacy Berner. Thanks for participating in our first ever live feed talent show. More importantly, thanks for supporting Perlman Camp during this most challenging year. As a current board member, alum parent, and alumnus, I'm thrilled that the camp community will reconvene for summer 2021. I'm super excited that we're able to provide a Jewish summer camp experience again. Please continue to support the scholarship initiative so we can give more access to more kids. Kindly use the link on your screens and the giving process will be pretty seamless. Trust me, you'll feel great for doing it.
It's Artie and Bob again, because we were both around in the early 70s at a time when Peter, Paul, and Mary were really at their peak, we want to sing a song that we did sing at camp, and I think you know this one, so please sing along with us. Artie? Sisters all over this land. Ooh, if I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd bring out danger, I'd bring out warning, I'd bring out love between my brothers and my sisters. All over this land. Ooh, if I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out warning, I'd sing out love between my brothers and my sisters. Oh, it's the bell of freedom. It's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. It's the hammer of justice. It's the bell of freedom. It's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. Thank you and good night.
Hi, this is Fred Goldberg. I was a camper in 1962. My last year in camp was 1976. So I wondered why Bruce Bleiweiss would ask me to participate in a talent show. And then I remembered there was something that I could be known for in my acting career. In 1962, Benji Hirsch was in charge of dramatics. And in those days, before Mel Miller introduced hobbies and dramatic arts and all those nice things, a unit show was a big deal. And Benji figured out a way to get every single kid in the unit into the show. My sister, Irene Goldberg, Tranch, some of you may know. Irene was a chipmunk one year. The next year she was a tree. And these are the type of talents my family generally had. I want to thank everybody who's involved, especially Bruce, for putting this together. So have fun, and we'll see you soon.
When I was a camper and staff member in the 1960s and 70s, the unit shows were one of the highlights of every summer. It was the way many of us were first introduced to musical theater. Whether you worked on stagecraft or helped with costumes or props, whether you were a dancer or in the chorus or had a main speaking part, everybody pulled together to create an entertaining show. I'm so happy to present two people who had memorable roles on the Sobel Hall stage. The guy who always got the leads, Joe, formerly known as Jody Gabay, and my fellow 1971 pioneer, Peter Weitzner.
Started around 55 years ago. Joe and I were bunkmates for most of our life growing up.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
That's over half a century ago.
Over half a century ago. And what we did every summer was a Broadway show of all things. We played soccer, baseball, swimming, basketball.
And each unit did their own show.
Each unit did their own show. It was just a great way for the unit to work together and become a unit.
And most of the shows were directed by Benji.
Benji Hirsch, one of our favorite people of all time.
We thought we'd go down memory lane a little bit and sing a few songs from the shows that Peter and I were in.
We were often, Joe was often the lead and I was the sidekick. He was Fagin, I was Bill Sykes. He was Hubert, I was Mr. Banks.
Yeah. And you were Harry the Horse?
I was Harry the Horse, but I got to sing Stubby K's Sit Down, You're Rockin' the Boat.
Because you had a nice voice.
Well,
I still do, actually.
With tuppence for paper and strings.
You can have your own set of wings.
With your feet on the ground.
You're a bird in flight.
With your fist holding tight to the string of your kite.
Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Oh, let's go fly a kite. Consider yourself
at home.
Consider yourself
one of the family.
We've taken to you
so strong.
It's clear we're going to get along.
Consider yourself
well in.
Consider yourself
part of the furniture.
There
isn't a lot to spare. Who cares? Whatever we got, we share.
All right. You see a guy, you reach for stars in the sky. You can bet that he's doing it for some doll.
When you spot a John waiting out in the rain, chances are he's insane, as only a John can be for a Jane.
But when you meet a gent,
paying all kinds of rent for a flat that could flatten the Taj Mahal. Call it sad, call it funny, but it's better than even money that the guy's only doing it for some doll.
It's my pleasure to introduce Bennett Harris Horowitz, who was at camp and is talented. Bennett is a fabulous artist. He's also a terrific musician. He was known as Bennett Harris Horowitz, then he became Benny Harry, Backdoor Benny, Front Door Benny, or Bennett Harris. I don't know what he's performing as tonight, but the kid has a lot of talent, and it's a pleasure to listen to him play the guitar. It's my pleasure to introduce Benny Harry.
I know the things you never thought before they'd have to do with walking out old doors. You've been prepared as long as time allows. Well, I don't know how, but you're a big boy now. Come on and take a bow, 'cause you're a big boy now. The girls are taking notice of you. They say your hair is getting curly too. So shave today, shave tomorrow as well. You'll run by you and not a classroom bell. Well, I don't know how, but you're a big boy now. Come on and take a bow, 'cause you're a big boy now. And the great big world Daddy threw before you, with the pretty faces and the claws that tore you. And it's all so different when you get to sources. Love will make you strong again as a team of wild horses. I know there's things you never thought before they have to do with walking out old doors. You've been prepared as long as time allows. Well, I don't know how, you're a big boy now. Come on and take a bow, 'cause you're a big boy now. Well, I don't know how, but you're a big boy now. Hey, hey.
I hope this trip down memory lane has brought back all of your wonderful memories of camp and the connections you feel to your camp friends, whether it's been a few years since your last time at camp or a few decades. Thank you to all of the performers who lent their time to put this wonderful event together. Over the years, we've brought together campers and staff from all over the world, including a large number of alumni from Israel. I want to take just a moment to let all of our friends in Israel know that we are thinking of you and we support you and support Israel during this time. We're so fortunate that due to the support of so many of you, it ensured that we could get through this last difficult year and set us up for an incredible summer ahead. In just a few weeks, campers will be running the bases at Doug's Field, enjoying our new giant swing at the ropes course, and our Pio Village will be host not just one, but 2 groups of Pios this summer. While we're sad that it will not be possible to host an alumni weekend this summer, we look forward to welcoming you back to camp with open arms and hopefully lots of hugs in 2022. We invite you to join us for the after party on Zoom. Check your email for the link to continue the reminiscing. Thank you for joining us tonight and for all of your continued support of camp. Good night.
There's a town in Pennsylvania right near the borderline, and it's named with love for the stars above and how at night they shine.
And in that town there's a place I found where the people treat you fine, so fine.
It's the Camp Benabeth Perlman,
a camp that I call mine,
and yours.
And yours, and yours, and yours, and yours.